PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease. When you read a book or you want to try to understand, so you will always start from PCOD. Already the problem is there, and then you understand the symptoms and what disease and is there. So we start from the story, original story, how it begins. The original story starts from insulin resistance. The original story is from insulin resistance, high insulin level. Because the insulin level is high, for whatever the reason. So what can be the reasons? First, we need to understand that. Yeah. For high insulin level, the reason will be, number one is insulin resistance. When you eat something, the sugar in your gut will go to your blood. From the blood, it will go to your cells. So the transfer of glucose molecule from blood to cells, it is facilitated by insulin. Now this transfer is not happening properly. That's why insulin is increasing further. Probably the reason is that it is more fatty tissue, or there is an insulin resistance, or maybe some other mechanism, but this transfer is not happening. So obesity and insulin resistance. So because this transfer is not happening, the body is signaling to pancreas, beta islets of Langerhans that secrete more insulin. That is more insulin. The number two reason for higher insulin is high sugar spike. Right? You eat something, sweets preferably, or you have lot of food cravings, you are like foodie person and everything, and you eat street food, you eat junk food, you eat sweets, dessert, ice cream, everything, whatever you find, you eat it. The guilt and shame, you are already moved on. So that's not the problem. Because you are having so frequent sugar spikes, you will have high insulin level in your body. Now what this high insulin level will do? This high insulin will act on the ovaries and will tell the ovaries to secrete androgen, testosterone, the male hormone. So in female body, the male hormone, testosterone, is supposed to be there, but very minimal amount. So what does male testosterone does? Male hormone, testosterone does, right? It increases hairs, hoarseness of voice. It causes acne, rough skin. And because this is a male hormone not supposed to be in female body, it will also cause irregular menstruation. So insulin level is high, either because of obesity, insulin resistance, or because of frequent sugar spikes, glucose spikes. Because of this insulin level is high, testosterone is high. Ovaries are secreting more testosterone, and that's why all the symptoms are there. Right? Acne, higher hair growth, more hair on face and body, irregular menstruations, rough skin, all those. Hoarseness of voice. Now come to the ovaries. What is happening at the ovary? So first we understand the story of the ovaries, how it works. So in the ovaries, when a female child is born, she is already born with the number of eggs. And those number of eggs, one egg will get ejected after puberty, after menstruation starts, menarche. So one egg will get released every month. So whatsoever number of eggs are there, she will have menstruation that long time. So by the time she reaches 40, 45, some women early age, they exhaust their eggs, menstruation stops, menopause comes. How this egg is developed? Okay. So the hormone which is responsible for development of egg is estrogen and low testosterone. So since testosterone is high, the egg will not develop maturely. It will be premature. Because of high testosterone, this premature egg will get raised. Not good. If the egg is released premature, she cannot become pregnant. Serious problems there. Now, the estrogen testosterone balance is hampered. It's a very delicate balance. Okay? Because of this balance is hampered, A pregnant woman experiences mood swings and difficulties and all those things. So PCOD woman will also experience. May not be the similar because the hormones are different here. In pregnancy, it is progesterone is high. Here, estrogen and testosterone balance is gone. Progesterone will come to it now. Now, after pregnancy, after delivery, there is a sudden drop of progesterone. You remember? And that's when many women, they land up in psychosis. They land up in more emotional turbulence or depression after delivery immediately. So there is sudden drop of progesterone. So what is the understanding? Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, all these three hormones are necessary for your emotional well-being. Now, since from where the progesterone is coming? Before pregnancy, okay, or without pregnant woman, non-pregnant woman. So we understand the cycle. So ovary is there. This ovary gets stimulated by estrogen and low testosterone level. This egg will the follicles and egg. Forget that whole story, follicles and all. You will not understand what is follicle if you are non-medical. So the egg will grow in size, and when it is matured, it will get released and captured by fallopian tubes, and it will land up in fallopian tube. Now the place, there is a rupture now actually, right? So this is an ovary, the egg is ruptured and released. So this rupture, this empty space, it will become corpus luteum, a cell called corpus luteum, a structure called corpus luteum. This will secrete this ruptured ovary. So this is ovary, there is a place from where ovary egg is released. This place will start secreting progesterone. This progesterone helps develop the uterus, prepare the uterus for pregnancy. Right. Now after 10 days, so it will try to do its best to prepare the uterus for pregnancy. If pregnancy does not happen, then corpus luteum gets demotivated, goes into the depression and dies. And that's why there is a drop of progesterone. So since progesterone has dropped, she will have menstruation. Simple. If woman gets pregnant, this corpus luteum will survive. It will get motivated. Yes, my objective is achieved. The uterus got pregnancy. Objective is achieved. It will increase in size further. This corpus luteum, small tissue, and it will increase secreting progesterone. That's how pregnancy is maintained. And after delivery, purpose is solved. So sudden drop will be there. Again, she will have menstruation. You understand how the menstruation is happening? For the egg growth of the egg inside the ovary, estrogen is required and low testosterone. Both the things are required, my dear. So this PCOD girl, she has the estrogen, but she also has high testosterone. The ratio of testosterone to estrogen matters now. That is a serious problem. And there is one more problem. Because this egg is not matured, it cannot get fertilized. Number one problem. And because this egg is not matured, this corpus luteum is not matured. So it cannot secrete sufficient progesterone. So what is the translation? If you do IVF in this woman, right? Because egg is not matured, so you give injection and mature the egg, fertilize the egg outside and implant in the uterus. But uterus is not ready. That's a serious problem. You understand? Because this corpus luteum is not matured, so it is not able to secrete sufficient progesterone. So number one is egg is not mature, it cannot get fertilized. Number two, uterus is not ready to have an implantation of fetus. Number three, because this egg is not matured, it is not defined that normally, for example, if egg takes around 12 days to get matured, so it may be immature egg at the age of 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 9 days. So corpus luteum, which is going to be formed, it is also going to be immatured as per different type days, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 9 days. It means if the corpus luteum, for example, is matured, is formed from the matured egg, released at the 12th day, it will secrete longer progesterone. progesterone for longer days. If the egg is released at the maturity of 3 days, so corpus luteum will be only young, so it will be secreting only for 3-4 days progesterone. The translation is she will have irregular menstruation, because sometimes her maturity of her egg is 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. So because of different maturity level of egg, corpus luteum maturity is different and the survival of corpus luteum is different. So that's why she will have irregular menstruation. You understand? So far all the books you read, they mention about menstrual cycle is regular. Yeah, but I want to understand why. Right? Now the why goes back to immature corpus luteum, different maturity level of egg. And different maturity of level of egg is because estrogen may be normal or may be low, but testosterone is high. And this testosterone is high because insulin is high. So what is the problem now? Problem is the insulin. Right? So if you want to cure PCOD, don't start taking hormones. You have to work at insulin level now. That's a tough actually. Because, why it is tough? Because this insulin is a very mischievous molecule. What it is doing, it helps transfer of glucose from blood to the cell, including the brain cells. Now brain cells are getting less glucose. So your brain will always think you are hungry or you need glucose. So your brain will have craving for sugar. That's a terrible problem. You are fat, your blood glucose is high, but brain cells are getting less glucose. And that is what is creating your craving. So you have to fight against your brain. That's a tough part. Yeah. So you need a very, very strong willpower to come out of it. Okay. Plus, you are now, because your brain wants sweets, dessert, high craving, so you will eat sweets. There is going to be sugar spike and sudden fall. Because you are sudden fall, again you want to eat more. And because there is a glucose spike, you have more insulin. My God, it's a vicious cycle now. You are trapped. So you are trapped in the cycle of your own mind, own brain. Right? So can we go back before insulin now? The question is before insulin. So before insulin comes, there was a time when you were not having PCOD. Right? There was a time when you were chirpy, young, cheerful girl. That time. So PCOD is not only linked with insulin resistance but also with your emotions. If you see most of the PCOD girls, they are extremely anxious, or most of the time they have bouts of anxiety and depression. Lot of worries are there. Emotional turbulence, high insulin, high testosterone, maybe lower or same estrogen, low progesterone, irregular cycle, immature ovaries, unprepared uterus. Because of high testosterone, all the male features, excess hair, acne, rough skin, obesity and everything. Because you are obese, you have more insulin resistance. Because you have more insulin resistance, you secrete more insulin and you secrete more testosterone. My God, it's a vicious cycle. So the vicious cycle is here, from emotional turbulence to insulin high level. Vicious cycle is here, from high insulin to high testosterone, obesity, again high insulin. Serious problem is there. Whenever you get a client, you explain this phenomenon to them, right? Because this knowledge of what is the problem is not the PCOD, it's a condition, you need to manage that. The problem is your high insulin level. For both the things, the culprit is your obesity and emotional turbulence. more anxiety, stress, depression. Till now, if you have any questions, please ask. In the meanwhile, you ask the questions. So understand that it's not necessary that if you see on sonography your ovaries will have cyst. Cyst means empty cavities, right? It may be so tiny that they are not visible on ultrasound. It may be so big that your ovaries, if it's normally this size, it will enlarge to this size. Right? If the ovaries enlarge, then there is a risk that ovaries may twist. And if the ovaries twist, their blood supply is gone. If the blood supply is gone, there is a surgery to remove the ovaries. That's a very terrible thing. So unmarried girl, her ovary is required to be removed. That's a terrible thing. Already a PCOD girl, her chances of fertility are less. Remember. Now, how frequent is PCOD? So statistics says because we have limited data, 1 in 10 women, but the number is higher actually. So 1 in 10 women, because they are undergoing ultrasound and all those things, that's why probably 1 in 10. But actually, it's not complete that everyone will show on the ultrasound. It may be a spectrum. Right? Someone may have PCOD 10%, someone may have full-fledged engrossed polycystic ovarian disease. So probably this is 1%, 10%, 1 out of 10. But this component is very high. Now this component, woman can become pregnant. They become pregnant. They take some time. They take some body adjustment, emotional adjustment, or some exercise, but eventually they get pregnant. The objective of today's topic is not to get pregnant or not the fertility. Today's topic is about PCOD, but it is an inherent problem in PCOD women that they will eventually face a serious problem. This was pathophysiology of PCOD. If you have any questions, please ask. You can unmute and ask, you can write in the chat. To unmute, you need to start your video also. So you have to comb your hair and then get ready, prepare, do makeup, then start the video and then ask the question. By the time you will type Darshana, you can unmute and speak itself. So I will ask questions now. What are the symptoms of PCOD a girl will experience? Write in the chat. All the symptoms, whichever you remember. 30 seconds you have time to type your answer. Try to write as many symptoms as you can in one message. Now whether this is a test of your knowledge or test of your writing speed, typing speed, I don't know. But you have 30 seconds to type. So irregular period will happen later, dear. So first thing will happen is the obesity, then facial hair growth, acne, right, rough skin, and menstrual cycle disturb and infertility. There was a question whether PCOD development in lean versus obese girl. Yeah. We are not screening all the women of the world whether you have PCOD, whether you have PCOD, whether you have PCOD, and then trying to find out that yeah, these people have PCOD, this does not have. Remember that PCOD girl will come to a practitioner. By the time she comes to the practitioner, she is obese. Because of obesity and because of PCOD, she is becoming obese. That cycle is going on. And then she comes to you. You will find a very, very rare scenario that a thin or thin girl will come to you for complaint of PCOD. Right. Also remember that it doesn't mean that if someone has PCOD, she cannot become pregnant. That doesn't mean that. If someone has PCOD, she will not have regular menses. Not necessary. Because it is a spectrum. So normally your egg takes 12 days to mature, and then on 14th day it is released. So it may take 10 days. If it is taking only 10 days to mature, it means almost mature. It's okay, not bad. Right? But if it is taking 3 days and 5 days at maturity, it is maturing at 3 and 5, then there is a serious problem. Okay. Plus, if this empty cavity cyst is growing larger, it is not only one, it is going to be multiple. It may be as small as 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm. Okay. If it is more than 5 mm, it's a risky scenario now. Okay. Very good, Akshara. So I don't know whether Akshara has taken it from Google, this answer, what she has written, all the big English words, and I'm sure she is not doctor, right? If I ask you what is the meaning of acanthosis nigricans, so again she will Google and write the answer, the blackening of the skin, darkening of the skin. And if I ask what is hirsutism, so it's like Google and an answer, hair growth, the excess hair. Yeah. Okay, very good. Can you lower your camera, Akshara, so that I can see your face? You know, your name is hiding your face. Good smile. Very good. Anyone has any question till now? So this is about pathophysiology of PCOD. You understand the mechanism? You understand why this is happening? Now, can you live with PCOD? Can you become functional with PCOD? Can you manage your PCOD? Can you get pregnant with PCOD? Right. So that's a question going to come from the client. Okay. Okay. So the management part, always remember the management part is going to start at insulin. So before the insulin, two things are there. One is emotions, second is obesity, because of eating and all those things, and because of your emotional imbalance, emotional turbulence, you are overeating. Have you noticed when you are depressed, you eat more? Yeah. When you are anxious, you eat fast, but you eat less. When you worry or afraid of something, some people eat more, some people eat less. Yeah. So there are types of people now. So some people who are like, they experience the bouts of anxiety and depression, and they blame it on their hormonal changes happening at puberty. Undoubtedly. No, that is your growth, development which is hampered down. Because of wrong parenting, because of school, environment, experiences, friends, whatever. Or because of you yourself. Watching more mobile, attending classes without video, switching on your video without smile. All this causes a lot of emotional turbulence. And then anxiety, depression, stress, fear, worries, that start. And to satisfy that thing, you want to eat more. When you eat more or you eat sweets, you have a glucose spike. Then sudden drop is there. Because there is sudden drop, you want to eat again. And because there is a high rise, rapid rise, your insulin is high. Because there is a frequent high spikes, your insulin is high. Because you are obese, your insulin is high. You have got obese because of all these things. Because you are developed insulin resistance because of obesity, your insulin level is high. So can we work at insulin level? That's the question. So what is it causing you? Your frequent meals, sugar, and obesity. So number one thing you need is exercise. This exercise will do two things fundamental. One is it will lower your insulin resistance. So the glucose from blood will go to the cells. So insulin level high is not required anymore. So it will decrease insulin resistance. Number two, you will feel better emotionally strong, less anxiety, stress, depression, all those things. Sir, the cause of my depression is, husband actually. So in that case, you have very less chances to recover back. But still there is a hope. If you are not married, very high chances that you can recover. Don't wait to get married because this marriage will not resolve your or give you happiness. All the people know that the day you get married, the one day before, you are very happy. The next day, whatever it is less than that. Yeah, the stress and all those things increases. So you work before your marriage, preferably for your insulin resistance. The objective is not obesity, the objective is not weight loss. The objective is fat loss and increasing insulin sensitivity. That's it. The objective is to have better emotional well-being. That's the objective. If you focus on weight loss, it will not happen, it will never happen. You will get demotivated. You will land up in some crash course, crash diet, crash medicines that will cause you lifetime problems. You have one hormonal imbalance, some other hormonal imbalance will happen with those medicines. You don't know. Not required. You don't need to control your diet. You don't need to eat less. No. You don't. So what you are going to do is you not need to exercise only this much. See, when you are fat, sometimes people tend to be lazy also. And they have already emotional turbulence, so they don't have will to exercise. So don't tell them join the gym and become the athlete. Whatever exercise you do, only with the two objective: increase your insulin sensitivity and feel emotionally stronger. That's the thing. That's the only objective. And when you are doing this, slowly some of your fat cells will get replaced with protein. You may get weight or you may not lose weight, but you will feel better here also and in body also. That's the only objective. If you are strong emotionally, if you are feeling better, you can have your willpower now. You can use it to reduce your sugar cravings. Because you have high insulin sensitivity now, your glucose will go from blood to your brain cells, and your brain will also not tell you eat. Right? Plus, you will need to reduce avoid street foods. As soon as you see pani puri thela, you are like tempted and you have cravings and you go. No. Buy pani puri packet, 50 packets. Buy Everest pani puri masala. Buy imli, dhania, whatever, pudina. Come back home, eat 50 pani puris. Eat 50 pani puris, but at home. And on thela, you are going to eat only 6 pani puris for 50 rupees or whatever cost. Yeah, and by mistake that pani puri wala is giving you 1 pani puri extra. He is not doing mistake. It is his marketing tactic to attract you next time on his thela. So in the same money, you can eat 50 pani puris, but this 50 pani puris is going to be healthy and will satisfy you much better. The problem is, one is this craving, the second is unsatisfied craving. This 6 pani puri is not satisfying you, so you have more cravings. So then you go to next thela or you go to the same thela and ask for, भैया एक चाट भी लगा दो. After eating the chaat, then you are like, now time has come for ice cream. Hai umar chale, or whatever you do. Yeah? Don't do that. I will tell you the solution for this. The solution is nirvana. The solution is, if you like 6 pani puris, eat 50 pani puris, but eat at home. Get satisfied so much your craving is satisfied. If you like ice cream, buy different company ice cream. 2 5. My recommendation 5 for you. 2. Baskin Robbins, Hammer, Quality Walls, Amul, Dinshas. Then you experiment which one you like better. Yeah, so you are experimenting, and whichever you like, you buy 10, 20, 50, keep it at your fridge at home. Because there is so many ice cream, you are fed up of eating the ice cream. Yeah, you are going to have cravings. Whenever you have, you cannot control yourself. I will not fool you, I will not tell you be idealistic and prevent your cravings. Yeah, saying is easy, madam, but my brain is not getting glucose. I want ice cream, I want sugar. Will I die? I'm not going to die for you. Yeah, I want ice cream, I'm going to eat it. Yes, beta, please eat ice cream. If you have craving, don't eat one, because you will have unsatisfied craving. Eat 5 tonight. You will get obese. Already you are obese. Don't worry. You are already hopeless. What is going to happen? It's okay. What will happen if you eat 5 ice creams? You will have difficulty in breathing. Yeah. It's okay. Next time probably you yourself will understand this phenomenon and eat less. You try to, you want your child to avoid chocolates, So what you do? You tell your child, don't eat chocolate, otherwise your teeth will decay. I really don't care actually for my teeth decay, because they are going to fall. My new teeth is going to come, mama, I can eat. But you are like, no, you are keeping it as a prize. If you behave good, if you do this, if you achieve this marks, I will give you chocolate. No, what? Is it such a price thing to be done? It's such a low cost thing. Buy 50 chocolates, keep it at home, the child gets fed up. Yeah. Educate the child, obviously. These are the problems. Now after you get permanent teeth, this is now final chance. You cannot spoil it again. And earlier your teeth used to like charcoal, So you were very good and cute and pretty when you were playing. And as soon as you smile, we used to be so horrified by your teeth because they look like a charcoal. Yeah. But now they have fallen. That's good thing. So you have got a permanent tooth now. So don't mess it up. Right. And if you happen to eat your ice cream or dessert, so after that eat your salad and gargles and eat your salad, veggies or fruits. Yeah. Because you want to look beautiful. Don't tell them gyan pravachan of good teeth, regular brushing and all. They don't want. They want to look beautiful. Girls want to look beautiful. So if you want to look beautiful, so eat less ice cream, or after this ice cream or after sweet, you do gargles and eat vegetable. So the objective of vegetable is 2 objectives. One, it is cleaning your teeth, preventing tooth decay. Number 2, these fibers in the vegetable, remember that it is preventing the sugar spike. Yeah, it is causing less spike. Less spike means less insulin. That's what we want. So we are creating a new habit. Okay. Exercise not with the objective of losing weight. I'm repeating now. Exercise with the not with the objective of losing weight or building body or becoming an athlete. Exercise with the objective of feeling emotionally better and feeling stronger, having higher insulin sensitivity. For this, how many days in a week you need to exercise? 3 to 4 days in a week. 20 minutes per day. Light exercise. Aerobic exercise. Not strenuous exercise. Right? If you do strenuous exercise, it becomes anaerobic. So aerobic gives you better feeling. That exercise will be gardening, walking in the garden, taking your dog for the garden, taking your husband for the garden, taking your someone for the garden, asking your dog to take you for the garden, climbing stairs. So last time we discussed the formula 4 plus 4. Climb 4, come down 4, end. So if you do it one day, that is sufficient. Your quota is done for your exercise. Okay. You try this for next 1 month, You climb 4 flights of stairs, not 4 stairs, dear, 4 floors, yeah, 4 flights of stairs, and come down. Assuming that you are not taking break after every floor, huh? So 1 floor, so you said 4 anytime. So you will feel stronger, you will feel healthier, and you will have less cravings. Then second one is whenever you are eating sugar or sweet, you eat your salad. Now, other than the salad, there are other methods to reduce your sugar spike. The best part is apple cider vinegar. Very difficult to do. Someone who has a sweet craving, she is not going to drink this sour drink. So it needs a lot of discipline, lot of willpower. You cannot put cinnamon or lemon or apple cider vinegar on your ice cream. Obviously, you cannot do such horrible things. Right. So the best part is the salad. Salad with plain salad with apple cider vinegar, lemon, whatever you can. Yeah. Don't fool yourself by drinking wine or alcohol in the, yeah, no, contraindicated here. Then the third part comes the exercise, preventing sugar spike, and the third is satisfy your cravings. The problem in PCOD women is the unsatisfied craving. I want to eat this, I want to eat this. Yeah, if Pani Puri was very good, I will come again tomorrow. You want to come again tomorrow? Why? Eat it today. Yeah? Eat 50 Pani Puri today, not at the thela preferably. Yeah? Because if you eat at the thela 50 plates of Pani Puri, now he will give you 4-5 puris each plate instead of 7-8 puris. So better at home. But that you can satisfy your cravings. Questions till now? Exercise, reducing your sugar spikes, reducing the frequency of sugar spikes by delaying your sweet tooth. Then satisfying your cravings. Number 5, emotional wellness. Most of the PCOD women, they have starting point as anxiety, fear, depression, low self-esteem, something, self-body image, many things. Yeah, anxiety and fear and worries. So all the worry they have in the world. And so can you do something to manage it? Very simple thing. Breathing. 4. Breathe in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you do rectangle breathe. Rectangle breathe is you breathe in more, you breathe out less. Do not empty your lungs. Breathe in more, breathe out less. So it will retain carbon dioxide. It goes to blood, gets converted to bicarbonate, and it stimulates your parasympathetic system. You want to be at balance. Someone was asking that day, like, how do I look beautiful? Like, how you want to look beautiful? What are the steps to look beautiful? So, exercise, good food, skin care, hygienic bed, all those things. Yeah. All those things you may do or not do. Someone may have acne, someone may be dark skin, but they look beautiful. Yeah. It's all the emotions. So the objective of exercise is to release your anti-stress hormones, to feel good. The objective of breathing exercise is to feel good. Another way to feel good is find at least one hobby, stick to it, once a week, twice a week, whatever you like. Next step, cleaning. Wherever you are sitting, clean your desk, clean your kitchen, clean your wardrobe, clean your workspace. That gives. The most effective is gardening. Now some people will ask the question, sir, can I have a pet for releasing my anxiety, stress, depression? So you are transferring your control to the other actually for that. Number two, the pet comes with lot of emotional, financial and health cost. If you have a cat, you understand the history. Cat is a very dirty animal, okay, and it causes a disease like brain cancer, actually brain tumor. So there is a disease which those who have cat as a pet, they develop, which mimics as the brain tumor. Also, this may cause you depression further. Some people like, okay, dog, yeah, but it's also a dirty animal. So those who like it, I'm not telling anything about it, okay. But the objective of having a pet should not be curing your PCOD and releasing your anxiety, stress and depression. Someone who is trying to sell the dog, they will only promote it, yeah. Yeah, unless you are in the business of selling dogs, don't promote that. I will tell you a better pet than that. If you must have a pet, so there is a pet which you can have. This pet is amazing. It doesn't need feeding, it doesn't need water, it doesn't need cleaning, it doesn't demand you to play. It is there at your house, and when you want to play, you can play. It doesn't do any dirty things. When you want to give it a bath, you can give it a bath. Otherwise, still it is there, it is not smelling. You like this pet? Yeah? You like this amazing pet? You want to know the secret pet today? I gave it to my daughter. Okay, plant needs care, you need to water it. Okay, the pet rock. So take a rock, paint it and draw panda, dog, cat, animal, whichever you like. Yeah. Now this pet rock, you can play with it. Exercise, you can do gym. We used to do gym with this pet rock. We used to bath the pet rock, and the pet rock is sitting there. Hey, hello cutie, what are you doing? Right. So my anxiety, stress, depression is gone now because I have one pet to pet. And still I don't need to care for that pet. So that is pet. Yeah, we have covered that. Gardening definitely helps you feel better. You like this idea? If you like this idea, write down. You like the pet rock idea. You can recommend this to your clients, and plus you can make the pet rock and sell it to them also. Yeah, so you can earn money out of it. Next time I will show you the pet rock, and we made a gym also for the pet rock, Yeah, so this pet rock used to climb the gym and then do push-ups and everything. Yeah, obviously it's like, yeah, you have to do like this because the child is child. So we used to do all the fun things. Then pet rock used to go to the pump, water pump, draw the pump in the bucket, then come back home, feed to the other pet rocks. That's so fun thing to play. Yeah, you should try it. Just because you have become adult, so don't be so sad and like a clay who doesn't understand the child's play. How many of you have children and you play with the child with the child's appropriate age, or you are playing your games, or you are playing the child's game? The child's game are going to be like make deo bottle, perfume bottle, talc bottle, or small things out of the clay and all those things, or make this village or this house. There are some videos which I have done with my daughter on my channel. They are there in the playlist art, I think, or stories. Very good, very good. So you are still young. Those who are playing with your child, the game which they want to play. Very good. For the management, what have we covered? We have covered, don't use the broad statement like lifestyle changes. Okay, what do you mean by lifestyle? I do not understand this term. Yeah. If you say husband change, wife change, that I understand. But I don't understand what is a lifestyle change. I am not going to change my lifestyle. I am born like this. I like this lifestyle. I want to be sedentary. I don't want anything else. Don't tell a sedentary person you become active. Yeah, actually I want to be sedentary, madam. Tell me now what to do. So tell them exactly what to do. How much you exercise. Don't tell them wait, join the gym. Yeah, joining the gym will help only the gym owner. If you are taking the cut out of it, then you promote it. If you are not getting commission out of it, then don't tell join the gym. The answer is you exercise 3 times a week, 20 minutes per day. 4 flights of stair up, 4 down daily. Gardening whenever possible, some hobby whenever possible. Walk in the garden, asking your dog to take me for the walk is one sufficient. That's it. That's what you want. Do not buy the weighing scale. Do not check your weight when you come to my clinic. One time you have checked it. We know now you are a pig. Don't wait for to become the heroine immediately. Yeah, you are going to be that. Unless you control your sugar spikes and frequent spikes. That is a problem, madam. Okay, to work on that, I am recommending you 2 things. One, you reduce your sugar spike and you reduce your frequency of your sugar spikes. For that, I will tell you, whenever you eat ice cream, you put apple cider vinegar or you eat your ice cream to hear the full content so that you don't have craving again, and preferably you eat one actually. Yeah, but don't be unsatisfied. Have 5, 10 at your freeze, in your freeze, and after that top it up with your vegetables with apple cider vinegar or vegetables with lemon or plain vegetables or fruits, preferably vegetable which are less sweet than fruits. Then use your willpower to control your sugar cravings. So explain them the phenomena that because the brain is not getting glucose properly, it is going to have cravings. For that, you need to have increased insulin sensitivity. The easiest way to increase your insulin sensitivity is the exercise which I have told you now. The objective of exercise is that only, to increase your insulin sensitivity. If you tell them objective of exercise is to lean and lose your weight, you know, most of the nutritionists you go, they say, or gynecologists, lose your weight. The objective is not that. Objective is increase insulin sensitivity. And in an obese patient, again objective is not lose weight. Objective is to lose fat. Okay, in PCOD objective is to increase insulin sensitivity. Then you feel emotionally stronger because of exercise and because of certain hobbies and certain things. And if you like fighting with people, so make sure that daily you find 1 hour of your time and fight with people so that you feel emotionally stronger. Whatever is your way, you do that. Yeah, if you are a monster, get your happiness by fighting with people. If you are a good person, get your happiness by light exercise or your artwork or craft or whatever you can. Yeah, or listening to music or dance, whatever, or cleaning, whatever you can. And because you feel emotionally stronger, you have certain willpower, then try to use it to reduce your frequency of sugar cravings. Okay. Questions till now? Now what can I do if I have sugar cravings at that time? What can I do to prevent actually or not eat it? So you can eat something less, which is less in sugar. Yeah, you can fill your stomach. You can fill your stomach with some savory snacks, vegetables, fruits. So instead of eating a dessert or ice cream, this fruit will be better actually, because both have sugar agreed, but this fruit will have less sugar spike because it has fibers also. So can I drink juice? The raw fruit is preferred than juice, but if you don't have raw fruit, then okay, juice is okay. Now among the juice, can I take a refined juice or the pulp juice? Obviously pulp juice. So again, it's a already marketing tactic. Many of the juice, they say we are pulp and there is no non-pulp thing. So what you need to do is you check the content. So even in so-called pulp juice, so their content is only 5% pulp actually. The pulp is 5%, then 50% is something else, then 20 gram is the sugar in 100 gram. What? Yeah. So without sugar, no sugar added, that is the correct juice. Whether it is pulp or non-pulp doesn't matter so much. They are not going to refine it actually. Yeah. then if you are not, if you can actually seed therapy. Okay. So again, this is a TikTok wording, or someone who wants to sell their seeds. They are using this seed therapy. So start eating whatever seeds you can. The pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, this seed, some seed, F seed, H seed, Z seed, T seed. Our seed is organic grown. Organic grown means what? People are eating it and spitting it out and they are lifting it. What is organic grown seed? The seed is a seed. It is going to grow in this watermelon only. Yeah. So they are making the juice out of the watermelon, and the whatever remaining, instead of throwing, they are telling you eat. And when you eat watermelon at your home, you throw the seeds. What? Yeah. So next time you eat the watermelon, eat the seeds also. What is your problem? So all these seeds, those who are selling it, they call it a seed therapy physiology. So there is nothing like that. Yeah. So there is no scientific evidence to prove that eating any seeds particularly it helps for this. There is a scientific evidence that certain seeds, they are good in anti-inflammatory molecules. Okay, they are good anti-inflammatory. Number two, your dry fruits, that helps you satisfy your cravings. Now when you come to the seed, you have to be careful. There is something called omega-3 fatty acid and something called omega-6 fatty acid. So all those people who are selling seeds, they will not tell you this. Some seeds are rich in omega-6 fatty acid. Some are rich in omega-3. You want omega-3. Omega-6 will cause inflammation. That omega-6 is stored in the subcutaneous tissue for 600 days, almost 2 years. So if you are eating certain seeds which are rich in omega-6, yeah, not all omega, just because omega is good, not all omega is good. So omega-6 rich seeds, omega rich seed oil is going to cause you acne, more hair problem, more skin problem, more inflammation in your body. Omega-3 will protect it. But yeah, it's not necessary to just eat seeds. Can I get anti-inflammatory molecules from somewhere else? Simple answer, yes. Fruits, vegetables, salad. Simple answer. Dry fruits. Whatever is available, whatever you can eat. Yeah. Don't force the client to eat this particular seed. The client may say, I cannot afford it to eat. So you say, don't worry. Eat it without milk. Yeah. So there is no scientific evidence to soak dry fruits, Usha. So this is a ritual or a tradition some people have, and they are doing it out of their own choice. Yeah. So now almonds, when you are soaking overnight, certain molecules are getting formed, certain anti-inflammatory components are getting formed. So it enhances the benefit. But overall like the cashew and anjeer and pista, we are not soaking it. Yeah. Now some people want to wash their cashews, absolutely okay, yeah, because they are dirty. And when you are eating cashew, you cannot eat the covering of the cashew. So whenever you buy cashew, don't buy this covering wala cashew. You cannot remove it by hand completely, and this outer covering is poisonous actually. Yeah, when you go to Goa, they will try to promote the covering cashew with the covering because it's original, but they don't tell you the problem that it takes investment or resources to depeel it. There is no defined good question, Bhavya. So the quantity of nuts per day in normal individuals, whether you are normal or you have certain condition, doesn't matter. You eat nuts whichever is comfortable for you. Right? You are not going to eat nuts like with a mountain plate full of mountain and no. Why? That's a good point. Why? Because you get satisfied so early. So use this as a benefit. Whenever you have craving for food or sugar craving, or you want to munch something, munch on your dry fruits. That's a good tactic actually. 50 gram, 100 gram, it's okay. Yeah. I personally eat, whenever I eat, I get impulse to eat, I eat 50 gram, 100 gram. And when I travel, because I'm extremely food sensitive person, so I rely on dry fruits. So I eat 200 gram, in a day, it's okay. So on a routine basis, if you're asking, maybe whenever you are eating, some people they eat 10 gram, 5 gram, 50 gram. Okay, absolutely okay. Yeah. So there is no, as per any research on this, what is because you will get satisfied. Yeah. Now some traditional books will say about the meditation to feel good, yeah, emotional and PCOD. Under the name of meditation, no one knows what are you doing. Under the name of meditation, the teacher doesn't know what they are teaching. They are teaching you something which they have learned from someone. And maybe the teacher has taught correctly, they have learned wrongly. Maybe your teacher is teaching you correctly, you are learning it wrongly. Maybe you learned it correctly, but you are doing it wrongly. And meditation increases depression. You Google scientific evidence. Don't go to certain websites. Okay, go to PubMed. You will find there is a scientific research which says meditation increases depression. Especially mindfulness meditation is the most culprit to increase your anxiety and depression. Because you are absent-minded, someone found you and recommended you mindfulness meditation, took the money out of you, and you now are practicing mindfulness meditation, and you are still the hopeless person you were earlier like that. What's the point of it? Yeah? Being mindful is important. And mindfulness meditation is completely different, but it causes you a lot of anxiety and depression. Go to PubMed, you will find this research. Okay, very good, Bhavya. Raw versus tasty, roasted is tasty. It's absolutely okay, your choice, dear. It doesn't lead to, good question actually, does it result in loss of nutrients? So, any fruit, when it is wet or fresh, it will have more nutrition. But dry fruits, we are drying it up for preservation. And whatever we are expecting the molecules to be there, they are there in the dry. Okay, and they are now stronger molecules. They don't get destroyed by heat or certain things. Especially omega-3 fatty acid doesn't get destroyed by heat, so it's okay. Another source of omega-3 fatty acid is the fish liver oil. If you like to eat egg, then do not eat the yolk in PCOD case. Deep breathing exercise, 4 in, 4 out, and rectangle. We do it right now. Yeah, try to experience. If you experience something, you believe in it. Then you can tell the client, all this pravachan you tell, change the lifestyle, do this, do this. If you do this one thing, madam, today, this will done. Your problem is solved. You don't need to do big things. Come to me, pay me the money, sit with me, and I will do breathing exercise with you. Paying me the money and sitting with me and telling me, following my instructions, towards your PCOD, madam. Understand? Plus, if you are someone who is selling the nuts, then you sell the nuts. If the client cannot afford the nuts, then you know what to do. Eat the nuts without milk. Drink it with water. 4 in, 4 out. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4. You will breathe in. Breathe in with nose, breathe out with nose. When you breathe in, your stomach should come out. When you breathe out, your stomach will go in. You breathe in slowly, breathe out equally slowly. Yeah? Do not empty the lungs like this. Use your nose. Okay? Remember that for emotional wellness, yoga helps very well. Now for yoga, you don't need to learn so many asanas and all those things. If you are not interested, someone is interested, they will learn top level. But if you are not, simple this pranayam, what I am teaching you today is sufficient. 2. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Experience it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are some people who are saying, sir, I'm already married, I don't need to do it because, yeah, it's okay. You can do it. Don't do it for your husband, don't do it for your marriage. Do it for yourself so that you feel better. Yeah, what is the purpose of marriage? What is the purpose of life? To feel happiness, right? Yeah, Barka is saying the purpose of marriage is to fight and kill someone and torture someone. No, yeah, I know you are not married. You are waiting for someone to come and then waiting for someone that you torture that. Yeah. No, she's not like that. Hey, Komal has not attended. Komal is like that. Probably because of such comments, she's not attending. Okay. Then this Bhavya, particular asanas if you are looking, so I'm not a yoga trainer dear. And our topic is more of nutrition, holistic diet. So some asanas may be there which may help, which you can join some yoga classes and understand if you wish, or you can Google and YouTube channel one particular asana that helps for PCOD. But remember that all these asanas, uh, there may be some old scriptures, right? And some asanas there may be no evidence actually. So sometimes some TikTok and YouTube people they say, if you stand in this position, it will cure your cancer. If you stand in this position, it will cure your PCOD. So some channels are really good, and someone who is actually real trained yoga trainer, certified and everything, you should listen to them rather than TikTok and YouTube. But if you cannot do that, simple ways there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second is rectangle breath. For rectangle breath, what you do? You breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So you are breathing in more, breathe out less. Breathe in more, breathe out less. Right? So you are retaining the carbon dioxide and it is activating your parasympathetic system. If you really want to learn asanas, I recommend you to get trained rather than watching some YouTube channel. But you can still find some YouTube channel on your own. I may not be able to recommend it because I don't do it actually. Even if I see and I like, wow, she's doing good. So it's only limited till the average she's doing good. Continue. On my behalf also you do one more time. Actually, I'm trying to find a volunteer to do my. Hey, you want to do some puja and Pandit has recommended you to do some puja. Then you want to find a proxy. Yeah, actually, I cannot repeat this mantra so many times. I cannot do this puja. So what you do? You hire one Pandit to do it for you. Correct? Correct? Because whatever is your reason, you are lazy, you are not want to take the stress, you don't want to take the effort. Same way is for yoga. So you find a volunteer, tell that volunteer, can you do yoga for me? That also gives you happiness. Try to do it. Yeah. Recently, my daughter asked me, Papa, I want a yoga mat. I said, okay, fine, done. So, the only thing is that I'm requesting her that whenever you exercise, whatever you do it 2 times. One for you and one for me. Yeah. Papa, will you also exercise with me? No. Why? I don't have that motivation to do it as of now. And because since I was a child, I never exercised so much. I didn't play. I was always studying. So it's good that you are learning this habit, inculcating habit of doing yoga. Yeah, definitely. So when you buy a yoga mat, don't buy 6 mm. No, it has to be 13 mm, more than 1 centimeter thick. Yeah. So on Amazon you will find extra thick mat, and if you see the thickness, it is 6 mm. Hey, madam, 6 mm is a papad actually. Only word is extra thick, So we want 13 mm mat. It must be a pink color. Bought it actually. Please ask questions. Till now, what we have covered? We have covered the pathophysiology, we have covered the management, not idealistic approach, not lifestyle change, the real approach. And we have covered it holistic way. Emotions, exercise, insulin sensitivity. We are not talking lose weight. It's a crime to do that. Yeah? We are not talking become thin. Becoming thin will take few years. By the time She will have next birth actually. So the objective is to get the PCOD solved right now, madam. 6 months, 1 year. So for that you need to reduce your insulin level and increase. So how increase your insulin sensitivity? How do you reduce your testosterone level in female body? You want to reduce your testosterone level. That is the objective, right? Here. How do you do it? Simple. What is the problem? Why this testosterone is high? Because insulin is high. So you work on reducing your insulin. Every problem is gone. Please ask some questions. Stupid questions, if you ask, I like you very much and I will answer it very sincerely. Yeah? Don't be afraid to ask stupid questions. Because everyone has the stupid and foolish question that they are afraid to ask. If you ask that question, it shows you are confident. Now suddenly you are thinking whether my question is stupid or intelligent. Whatever is your question, write down in the chat. You are not that intelligent you think you are. Bhava has asked an interesting question. Impact of dairy products on PCOD. Yeah, that is an interesting question. So, actually, this is interesting question. I will tell you two stories for this. Okay, scientific stories, not the life story. So, one is what is the origin of juvenile diabetes, early age diabetes, and another is dairy products linkage with insulin resistance. Very relevant question. There is a child, the child is born, the child is supposed to drink mother's milk, but because of certain reason the child is not drinking, mother is not secreting, so we give the cow's milk. Now the problem is that this cow's milk, it has certain protein, antigen, which is very similar to beta cells of islets of Langerhans. Now normally if the child's intestine is strong, this antigen will not cross the intestinal border and get to the bloodstream. But in many children it may happen that this antigen may cross the intestinal barrier and get into the bloodstream. If it gets into bloodstream, it will trigger the immune response. Now your body's defense mechanism will start secreting antibodies against this antigen. Correct? Now they have developed the memory against this antigen. As the child grows, the more cow protein may get secreted, or irrespective of that, the similar antigen is there on beta cells of islets of Langerhans of pancreas which secrete insulin. So these antibodies keep on destroying beta cells. Gone. Type 1 diabetes, juvenile diabetes. Typically, juvenile diabetes is type 1, where insulin secretion is less. So this is one story. The another story is there is a scientific research, one of the studies just I remembered, which talks about linkage of dairy products with insulin resistance. Dairy products consumption, higher insulin. Serious problem. So what is the solution then? So PCOD person, whether you are lactose intolerant or not, we are not talking of lactose intolerant anymore. We are talking that it is causing insulin high level. So you will need to reduce or avoid your dairy products. Okay. Milk. So Usha is so rich. She is always bringing some costly products, and this. She always keeps. She is very health conscious, and husband is so rich, so he gives whatever she demands. Always trying costly products, but there is no scientific evidence here. Yeah, I don't know what is A2 milk. Okay, I would prefer something A to Z milk, or Z2 milk, or B2 milk, R2 B2 milk, or Star Wars milk. I don't know what is this A2 milk, right? It is just a marketing tactic. Yeah. Then don't tell the client to shift to the almond milk. That is their choice to shift or not. 120 rupees half kg almond milk. Your milk 60 rupees 1 liter. There is no match, right? And there is no scientific data which shows almond milk gives you something else. And if you don't drink milk at all in your life, it's okay, you are going to be normal now. You are already adult, right? So you don't have to replace milk with something else, not required. Okay. I'm not getting into the argument with those hippies who are like vegan. So those are completely hippies and gone case. I'm not discussing with them. Yeah. Under the name of vegan, you are destroying the environment completely. It's a cult you are creating, and you are going to have a lot of nutritional deficiency. Huh? Wait for 10 years. If you don't develop some nutritional deficiency, I will give you 1 lakh reward. And in 10 years, this 10 years, you will have to prove that you are completely pure vegan. You did not eat anything else. Then you get the reward. So don't cheat. So a PCOD person may need to reduce their dairy product consumption, including cheese, ghee, absolute no. Yeah, milk, no. Yeah. Now here we are not talking of burger or fries, because it is more about the salt. This is not the class of obesity per se. We are talking of PCOD. PCOD is about sugar cravings, frequent spikes, sugar spikes, high insulin. That's a ball game. Yeah. Obviously, if you reduce your salt also, that helps you to thin down your body, but it will not reduce your fats. It will reduce your water only. Very good question. Can PCOD patient eat dark chocolate? Yes, you should. There is no contraindication. PCOD cannot eat dark chocolate. If you have a craving for chocolate, you eat chocolate. If you like dark chocolate, you eat dark chocolate. Dark chocolate has what? It has cocoa. So cocoa gives you dopamine. Yeah, it makes you happy. And you are not eating dark chocolate for sugar craving only, but also feeling happiness. Right? So can we substitute, instead of eating chocolate, can we buy a cocoa powder? Cadbury cocoa powder is available, right? You can make cake out of it, you can put something, you can drink coffee out of it, whatever. Or you can still eat dark chocolates. But don't eat one piece of dark chocolate. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, if you must eat, you must buy a big dark chocolate piece, eat it, complete, finish, do not share. Don't do it like this. You eat one and then keep it crying and one piece, and then your mind is stuck. My dark chocolate is inside. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. And then suddenly you go silently and you close your eyes and eat it. Don't do it like this. Yeah. If you must eat it to your satisfaction. The problem is that you have unsatisfied cravings. Number 1, satisfy your craving. Number 2, control your cravings. So to control it, I prefer to satisfy. That is my tactic. You can choose how you want. Those people who talk, no sir, I am going to directly control. They never do anything actually. They never do anything. They are already married, or they have already lost hope. After this class, they are going to go to Pani Puri Thela and eat 1 plate Pani Puri, and because they are feeling guilty, they will share that plate with your friend or their sister or spouse, and then they are still unsatisfied and they say to themselves, I will come back tomorrow. The statement I will come back tomorrow means you are not satisfied, and that's what is causing you PCOD. Okay, so Akshay is asking another interesting question. Craving for creamy, cheesy food. Absolutely okay, Akshara. Yeah, so you definitely do not have PCOD. You have my permission and your husband's permission to eat anything and everything in the life. Eat daily pizza, put the cheese in the IV saline and put it in your veins. Anything you do, don't worry about that. Yeah, for you it's okay. If that is your food choice, dear, you want to eat cheesy, creamy food, absolutely okay. If the question is you are asking is if someone has craving, so what food they should select. So the sequence is whatever you are craving, you take that, right? Better than ice cream is a piece of cake, slice of cake. Better than cake is your fruits. But if you must eat cake or ice cream, then eat it with your salad, veggies. How much salad? 2 units. Then sprinkle some whatever you want on that. Okay. So Bhavya is asking another interesting question. PCOD patient trying to conceive. She is written convince actually, conceive. And try to changes we are discussed. When to refer to gynecology? That's a very important question. See, typically the PCOD diagnosis is made by gynecologist. Yeah, you may know from the symptom that this is a likely case of PCOD. But confirmatory diagnosis is ultrasonography. Right? But on ultrasonography also, sometimes it may be missed. Because ovaries are so small structure, the gynecologist may miss it, or sometimes ovaries seem seemingly normal or very small cyst. So this is a spectrum of the disease, you understand? Someone who is trying to conceive has a strong incentive, strong willpower to follow what you are telling them. Yeah. Ask them to do it for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. It may take this time. So there is no magic that you do it and then 3 months you get pregnant. So you are not a fertility specialist. You are a nutritionist and dietitian who is helping her to decrease her insulin level, increase her insulin sensitivity, so that her testosterone is reduced. If testosterone is reduced, all the problem is solved. The eggs will mature appropriately. If egg is matured egg is released, then this corpus luteum will be matured and will secrete sufficient progesterone. Once she gets pregnant, then if she needs additional progesterone injection, that gynecologist will take care. Yeah. So you are not an IVF specialist. You are trying to decrease insulin level by this thing. So you have to, no need to be sorry, my dear. That's a correct question. So, acha, you are writing about the spelling mistake. Yeah. So, if you educate the client about this pathophysiology, then you win the client. The client will come to you again and again. The client will trust you. They will understand that this process is going to take time. Yeah? You are not some Baba or someone who is like, yeah, beta, hum aapko pregnancy karwa denge, bachcha dilwa denge. No. Yeah. So, you tell her, madam, if your testosterone level decreases, you will get pregnant. Yeah, 6 months. After this testosterone is reduced. Yeah, not from today. You are not going to do anything for next 1 month. Yeah, to do everything regularly, you have to come to me every week, visit me, pay me the money every week, so that you are motivated to do things. I will keep you motivated. I will keep you telling things. Yeah. Darshana is asking an interesting question. A lean patient facing infertility, what should we consider? Many differential diagnoses are there. So, number one question, is she getting menstruation? Is the menstruation regular? Is it sufficient? What is the ultrasonography report? If she is lean, doesn't rule out PCOD, it may be something else. Fallopian tubes may be blocked. Some STDs may have happened in the past. The uterus is not properly ready. Uterus is not proper size. Right? Many factors. Some factors are there which are destroying the sperms. Right? Compatibility of sperms is not there. Right? Or maybe problem is with the husband. Yeah, why you always blame the woman? Yeah, the poor woman is always blamed. You are not have become Sas Darshana. You are asking for your client. Okay, okay. Future Bahu. Very good. No, 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 not future Bahu. That was a mistake. You are asking for your client. That's good. So, if number one thing, if patient is she is having normal menstruation, regular flow, the number one thing you will evaluate is the husband actually now. Rather than going for USG and fallopian tube opening block and evaluation of fallopian tubes, uterus and all the factors. Hey, stop. Cervical factors and all. No. First husband evaluate. Yeah. Families don't like that answer. Yeah. But you have to educate them. If they listen, it's okay. If they don't listen, still okay. You tell them, okay, I will do certain things. You come to me weekly, pay me the money. I will do something. Except the Baba wala Ashirwad, I will do other things. Today you are asking very good questions. Huh? What did you learn today? Write down in the chat. What did you learn today? Pathophysiology of PCOD, what you can explain to the client in the client's language, in the simple terms. And the culprit is insulin. Culprit is unsatisfied cravings. Culprit is frequent sugar spikes. Obesity is not the cause of PCOD. Obesity has happened because of PCOD. Because of obesity, insulin resistance, high insulin, PCOD. You understand? So it started with the PCOD story. Okay. So Akshay is asking another interesting question. Will there be difference in insulin resistance of lean patient and obese patient of PCOD? So you mean both patients have PCOD, lean as well as obese? No. This is a hypothetical question. Yeah. Or do you have a client who is lean and PCOD? So, okay. So we assume this hypothetical question. Yeah. Lean PCOD versus obese PCOD. See, understand. If someone has PCOD and someone have been diagnosed with PCOD, she will show symptoms. Yeah. So one of the symptoms is obesity. You understand? A lean person with PCOD is a rare diagnosis because she herself does not know that she has PCOD. You understand this part? Okay. Now, okay. Still, we cover irrespective of PCOD, we cover lean person with obese person. We compare these two. So obviously, a lean person will have high insulin sensitivity. So low insulin level, low insulin resistance. And obese person, because of more fatty tissues, they will have high insulin resistance, low insulin sensitivity and high insulin level. That is type 2 diabetes, correct? So if we say it is type 2 diabetes, similar to, right? Yeah. The problem is high insulin and insulin resistance. So can we give same medicine which we give for type 2 diabetes? Answer is yes. Gynecologist does that. Yeah, they give anti-glycemic medicines, metformin and all, so that this glucose molecule will go from blood to the cells, will go from blood to the brain cells, and you will have less craving. But all the medicines come with side effect, and you cannot take anti-diabetes medicine during pregnancy. If you are taking anti-diabetes medicines, it is a very rare chance you will get pregnant in this scenario, because gynecologists will start anti-diabetes medicines in PCOD if it is like beyond certain threshold, and this woman is less likely to get pregnant. But somehow, if this woman on has a PCOD, anti-diabetes medicine, gets pregnant, the child may have certain complications. So that is not the answer. So the answer is simple: breathing, emotional wellness, light exercise, and reducing your sugar spikes, reducing the frequency of spikes by whatever means you can. Do not tell the client to lose weight, do not tell the client to join the gym, do not tell the client to lose obesity. I don't know how to lose obesity, madam. You have to tell me the steps. Yeah. 6 months I'm doing exercise, but I'm not losing weight. Objective is not to lose weight, objective is to increase insulin sensitivity, lose fat, feel good emotionally. Questions? You will get the ready-made worksheets and the diet plan for this. You will also get the tracker for PCOD, yeah, which you can use for your client. So this tracker will have fundamentally what things you will have. Okay. Number one, it will have when is your menstrual date. Okay. When is and which how many days. So next 6 months, you and the client can track how much irregular it is. This helps in if she gets improvement, if she's visiting you every week and paying you money every week, she feels better. And uh, so you can tell her this is an improvement now. So this tracker helps it. Number two is emotional tracker. Number three, cravings. Not about eating, but about cravings. My craving is this much, this frequent. Now it has reduced to twice a day. Number three, the dessert intake, whichever, ice cream, Indian desserts, cakes, dessert intake, frequency or the amount, quantity. Number four, unsatisfied cravings. Number five, food I have eaten for satisfying my craving. Number six, exercise. When we say exercise, it is going to be always a light exercise. Walking, climbing the stairs include. So we will mention it in our periodic in the tracker. How many stairs have you climbed? How many flight of stairs you have climbed every day? So initially maybe two flights, 8 flights. So if you see now when you start 8 flights, your menstrual cycle is becoming regularized now. You see the benefit. That is a motivation. In this tracker, we will not keep weight because weight is a demotivating factor. We will not put body mass index or something, fat index, not required. It's again a demotivating factor. We will keep what is easy to track for her to get motivated. Then breathing exercise, are you doing it daily? If there is a tick mark, breathing exercise, now you see your menstruation is getting regular. That's your motivation factor. You like it? We'll keep it very simple. But we'll keep it patient oriented. Okay? We'll not keep it body mass index, this, and then fat index, the fat and the subcutaneous fat, and will not keep it the weight tracking and all. Not required, and it is all demotivating for the client. Please ask questions. Yeah, so Bound has asked an interesting question. She has one client who is a 12-year-old obese girl with just started menstruation. She already has a dark skin around her neck and elbow. Can this be PCOD? It is more likely to be PCOD. Now, once a diagnosis is done, you need to do certain things, or once you think that there is a likely diagnosis of PCOD, you will need to do certain things. So number one certain thing for this age group is start playing. participate in sports or swimming at your school, exercise, pranayama, breathing, reduce sugar intake, reduce frequency of sugar spikes, reduce your sugar spikes, start eating salad. Good question. See the problem PCOD, what is the end? If this is like a middle spectrum we are seeing. The minor spectrum will be they live a normal life, they are not diagnosed also or have a minimal problem. The middle spectrum which we discussed. The end spectrum is on sonography grossly enlarged ovaries, big cyst, 5 mm, 3 mm, multiple cyst, ovaries getting torsioned, blood supply is blocked, infertility, obesity to the extent that it is causing diabetes and hypertension. So these are the end spectrum where a gynecologist is required. The middle part you will be able to manage. The early part you can manage. Yeah. A young child like this, 12-year-old obese, and everything showing signs of PCOD, you will be able to manage. So remember the dark skin around neck and elbow for a child, it can be poor hygiene also. Don't forget that. Have you seen some people? Have you seen some people those who have dark skin around their neck, axilla, yeah, or certain part of their body? It is more whether it is a male or a female. It is more because of insulin, high level of insulin. So high level of insulin causes the darkening of the skin. So Pawan is going to now call the mother and say that, yeah, every week you have to come to me to prevent your PCOD of the child, plus you need to take care of her hygiene. Any other question anyone has? So Akshay is asking skin tags or warts also related to iron. No dear. See, warts, they are infection because of a virus, papilloma virus. So there are different types of papilloma virus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, whatever. Right? So forget those names. But there are papilloma virus which causes warts in your other skin areas. There are papilloma virus which causes warts in private areas. From one person to another, the warts are transmitted. So mother can transmit to child and spouse partners, they can transmit to each other. So you have to be careful with the words. Skin tag is excess skin growth. So they do not know as of now. Recently I searched for that, skin tags. They do not know the reason actually for that, excess skin growth. So don't worry about that. If for aesthetic purpose you want to get removed, you can get removed by laser. So 1,000, 2,000 rupees per sitting. One sitting is done. What do you want for next class? Write down the chat. Which disease, which condition you want for the next class? Good question actually. So you are so sincere, you are going to read next time, yeah? So and then ask good questions. I like you very much, very good. But there are some students who are like, Sir, I just want to know the next topic. Are you going to read? No, no, sir. I just want to know because I'm so anxious. Control your PCOD. Control it. Write down. I'm really asking everyone. Please write down the chat. What topic you want. I will cover it subsequent 2 3 weeks, whatever. Write down the chat. Skin we covered. Acne we covered, right? But anyways, hey, write down the chat. Write down. That's an you were asking that the. Please write down whatever is your topic of interest. Write down. It's okay. So, okay. Do not ask me what is the next topic now. Next time. ठीक है. Only Bhavna is allowed to ask. Okay, people are still writing late current or what late kidney functioning. Your kidney is here or here. I don't know. Huh. IBS or gut. Yeah, that is a favorite topic. Diarrhea, IBD, very good. Fatty liver. Fatty liver we covered, but okay. We'll still cover future. Cholesterol, heart, all types of blockages. All types of blockages in the body. All types of blockages. Huh. So what are the types of blockages? Can you please tell me? Like I do not know because I always thought there is a cholesterol which blocks, plaque which blocks. Are you talking of embolic block, embolism, air embolism, blood clot, traveling to brain? That is a beyond. Kalani, please write down what are the all types of blockages are there. Okay, so no problem. We will cover whatever we cover all types of blockage. So two blockages you should take care. You know, one is heart, one is brain, and right. Okay. So what are you looking for is intestine, liver, heart, cholesterol, heart. Yeah, right. And metabolic also we cover in the heart. Yeah, objective of metabolic is related to diabetes and heart. We'll cover that. The one who is asking the question, what is the topic? She has not replied, huh? But she has at least started her video. Okay, very good. Bhavya, what topic you want, dear, next class? You forgot to write. Okay, she said, sir, I will reply next time. Okay. You enjoyed the class? Make the notes, whatever you learned. After the class, write down the points what you learned. There are some sincere students who are writing the notes for teaching. Those who do not write, I will not say anything. Okay, diarrhea, IBD, gut health. Okay, okay. Gut is so important for people. Huh? Yeah. The biggest problem of gut or the biggest reason for gut malfunction is your anxiety and depression. One more reason is there, marriage. But other than marriage, anxiety and depression is the biggest reason. We'll take it. Yeah, gut health, what you should do, what you should not do, anti-inflammatory, non-inflammatory, inflammatory, then probiotic, prebiotics, pickle, fermentation. And I will give you list also of all those things in time. If I start sending you the list, you will probably, some people may not attend the class. Okay, thyroid specific diet. We have covered this. Oh, thyroid specific diet. Yeah, we have not covered this. We have covered the thyroid disease. Thyroid specific diet. I will cover this in 1 minute next. There was once upon a time when iodine was not part of the routine salt mandated by law. Now government mandates that iodine must be there in the salt. So no longer there is a iodine deficiency thyroid, right? Iodine deficiency hypothyroidism is not there. But now thyroid is happening because of thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune disease. So there is a limited scope for nutrition and dietetic in that diet. But now you need to understand also why this has happened. This has happened because of some crash diet or some medication which had this harmful effect. So avoid doing this crash diet, avoid going for some crash course to reduce your weight or some crash medicines to reduce your weight. That is what is causing your thyroiditis. Now other reason may be your inherent tendency to have thyroiditis. You means the clients. Okay. So a specific diet may not reverse it. There was a recommendation for a diet for thyroid patients around few decades back. But now that recommendation is gone. Because the reason for hypothyroidism has changed. The reason has shifted from iodine deficiency to autoimmune disease. So I will still cover it. Good point, Meera. Okay. You remember the story of the vaccine, the story of autoimmune conditions, and the story of heart disease and thyroiditis. You remember that story? No, sir, there is a memory loss. Okay, I will upload it on channel then. Plus, I will cover it again. Okay, happy? Okay, very good. So if there is anything you think that it is missed or you want me to cover, I will cover that. Don't worry. Yeah, I like your feedback. Keep me informed how are the classes going on. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Give me the feedback of the classes, and if there is something, you can always inform me. My timing is Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. After 5 p.m. if you need anything, visit your nearest hospital. Thank you everyone. Have a great time.